says they're younger than me, that kind of thing, when in reality their age is older. It's perfectly normal by FINA, International Olympic Committee, National Swimming Federation governing bodies. It's just kind of a norm. The other part is, I think, protection. There's like if one wants to go the fear mongering, which actually did get taken into account with the policy. They chose not to go the clean way. The fear mongering angle of, if there's one bad young kid who's really big, if there's some people who are also big and maybe not the same age, but the numbers looks the same, if something goes wrong, thinking about, what was it, the University of Pennsylvania football team that went and raped a bunch of women or something like that, it's meant to kind of have big guys as part of the team who might stop that or prevent that from happening on a large scale. So there's I'm guessing, it's been a while, rusty. It's rusty since I've read that, but I think there was a protection aspect, and that might be giving them more credit than they deserve, but that's how I internalized it, was, okay, so essentially they want to protect women my size from men Nathan Adrian size at a young age, kind of thing. Yeah. Oh, and then my Chad came and visited, and we celebrated with my Chase. We also celebrated with my Mac. It's just Mac, M-A-C-K, just 4 letters. Not longer than that. Yeah. And yeah, so that was interesting. So that's kind of that kind of sticks on the back burner, is when do they reveal these people's real age? Right, at some point it happens, at some point it starts to percolate socially, as to, we still don't understand why swimming as a sport is full of so many cheaters who won't even talk about the real age of the people who are competing. All right, that was one of the biggest things. It's come full circle back to the 2012 Junior Pan Pacific Swimming Championships. Is the entire sport, and women were really pissed off about it, because it was like, the women are clean, the men aren't. Right? They're lying about their age. How is that fair? So there's a bunch of discontent with the sport of swimming, and oddly enough, viewership of the sport has declined since that point in time, and I'm like, well, yeah. Right? And it's not like swimmers ever talked about that. When I was on swim team for over a decade, we didn't talk about those policy kind of things. It took being in a social sphere where I'm the only swimmer to realize, people don't like swimming because it's dishonest on the global level. And that's actually ingrained in their policies of the international governing bodies, international governing body, International Olympic Committee, continental governing bodies. The European governing body for aquatic sport is no better. They lie about women's age as sabotage tactics. That affected one of my pages, Wikipedia articles, literally the page, because they lied about the age, and then the real age came out later, and so the person was like 11 months younger than, almost 12 months? No. Yeah, like 11 months younger than they said the European governing body said she was and stuff. So really heinous kind of sabotage tactics for women who are already honest. Not all women are. She was. Nina Jay-Z of Germany. And yeah. And then people wanted a follow-up. So the International Olympic Committee has neglected to include European women who are uniquely of European descent at the Olympic Games, even after achieving Olympic selection times or qualifying for a university place or universality place or whatever it's called. Has that happened more recently? So that was in 2021, the 2020 Summer Olympics. Has that happened more recently? Yes, at the 2012 World Aquatics Championships and the upcoming 2000 World Swimming Championships. FINA gives USA Swimming, this is your qualification stuff. Policy, USA Swimming is a very dishonest organization, so they tamper with it. They publish something that's not what the FINA gave them, trying to make it ambiguous so people can't actually hack the system. And so Lydia Jacoby and Caitlin Dobler both qualified for the 2022 World Aquatics Championships, and were picked over for slower and older people. As an American watching it was very frustrating. It was like, the Olympic gold medalist can perform when it matters, Lydia Jacoby. And the people who went did not make the podium. One of them did make a final. One of them did not even make a final. And I was just kind of like, when the other people are consistently faster, and they're consistently faster, meaning They show at least a ray of brilliance at a young age. So like the two people who went were slow when they were young, versus Caitlin Dobler and Lydia Jacobi were the fastest ever, 17 and 18-year-olds in short course yards and 100 meter, or short course yards, 100 breaststroke, and then long course meters, and I think short course meters, 100 meter breaststroke. And so it's kind of, well, if we wanted to like foster the growth and development of junior competitors who are actually faster than the slower and older people who were sent, perhaps they should have just sent Lydia Jacobi and Caitlin Dobler. Who's the most guilty in that party, right? USA Swimming violated the policy it was given. However, FINA allowed the athletes to compete, the two that went in Lydia and Caitlin's place. Who are the most guilty? The swimmers who swam. They've gotten socially labeled as red X on their face and their name. That's how hated they are currently. I'm sure they'll perform just perfectly and win gold and silver in every breaststroke event they race, those two, that pairing, at the 2022 World Swimming Championships, FINA 25 meters in Melbourne, Australia, because, you know, that's their attitude. That's what they do. That's how good they are. So, yeah, sent slow pokes instead, and they couldn't even perform. One of them couldn't even make a final. So, like, as an American, maybe we just send the people who actually had the spots. So that's an example of, those are 4 people. Unfortunately, all of that is documented publicly, open to anybody in the world to view on Wikipedia in some form or another on 5 different article pages. That's so for the 2020 Olympic Games, that's Lisa Nystrand and Jana Pavlik. For the 2022 World Aquatics Championships, that is documented on the 2022 USA Swimming International Team Trials Wikipedia article, the Lydia Jacobi Wikipedia article, and Caitlin Dobler Wikipedia article. And that is a wrap in my updates for today, Wednesday, 26 October 2022.